And 3, 2, 1, action. Good morning. Hello, everyone. How would I do? I kind of want to do a fun little punchy intro. And that's it. Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome back. Or if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Mitch, and this is my channel. I use this channel to talk about my mental health, my journey with mental health, and as a video diary to sort of keep myself accountable so that I continue the pursuit of mental health in a substantial, sustainable, and lasting way. As you can hear, maybe I am a little sick. It's more like allergy stuff more than anything else. Look at my mug. It's got cats on it. Cats are great. Cats are the best. I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. Even if you're allergic, I'll fight you. Huge update. I started taking meds. I started taking Zoloft. This is kind of a big deal for me in my 30s, 32, and I've never taken any type of medication like this before, any type of prescription meds or SSRIs or so there was a big gap or a big jump in thinking about wanting to take meds, getting my appointment with a psychiatrist to get prescribed meds, and then getting the actual prescription, and then taking the meds, taking the pills. I was kind of scared. I still am kind of scared because I think prescription medication, like everything else in this world, kind of has this back and forth, or it gets a bad rap on one side and it gets praises on one side. And so I'm between both perspectives where, yeah, all leading up to the prescription and picking up the prescription, I was so nervous. I was just really scared of all of those horror stories that I hear about prescription meds turning me into a zombie or just feeling things less, or maybe I've only really heard the ones that aren't as good. Like I've only really heard the bad stories or the bad examples. But at the same time, people in my family have been taking prescription meds for years and have had zero side effects, and in fact have had really beneficial side effects. And so who's to say that my life is, but I'm kind of frustrated with them already too. I'm frustrated with this notion of how much my life has to sort of revolve around them, taking it at the same time every day, making sure that any other meds that I do take or anything else that I take in my life, I have to be mindful of or completely eliminate. Because I use recreational drugs. I'm not above saying that. It's 2024, and I think the vast majority of us have used cannabis in one capacity or another, and I would say that I am a cannabis user. And so a lot of the back and forth of research showing that SSRIs, Zoloft, that's the one I'm on. Zoloft zaddies, what's up? Hey, if you take Zoloft, sound off in the comments below. Let's a Zoloft apartment. Where is Zoloft? What? I do in a different world. I would love to be someone who names these drugs. Because like Zoloft is hilarious because it's sertraline. I don't even know. I'm acting like I'm some expert on these when I've taken a single pill, like one single dose, and I'm like, when you've been on SSRIs as long as I have, you kind of just roll with the punches. Taking a break because I have to cough. Here's my cat. I'm nervous. I think I'm nervous that it will change me in any way, honestly. I'm nervous that it'll change me for the better, and I'm nervous that it'll change me for the worse. And again, this is one of my core things that I deal with in terms of a cognitive distortion. Catastrophizing. I definitely jump to worst case scenario stuff all the time. And I am actively doing that right now in front of you, of thinking that these SSRIs are just going to change me irrevocably and make me the person that I'm not anymore. Maybe that's true. And maybe a part of that will be becoming a the next evolution of a person, my next evolution of who I am to be in this life. But it's scary to let that stuff go, or it's scary to think that I have to give up a lot of stuff in order to get to there. And at the same time, I'm also a bit of a skeptic and a bit of a, not like lizard people conspiracy theorist, but definitely the conspiracy of capitalism and the conspiracy of I will withhold this healing thing for you because withholding it makes more money. People are trying to make as much money off of me as they can. And so that gets into especially the medical industry. But also, that's not a conspiracy theory. There's so much, we've seen that happen, of course, so much. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Of course, I'm not going to immediately stop taking these because I took one and then Googled all of these symptoms and am becoming the victim of fear mongering. Because on the other side is that they may truly be very beneficial. And my life without them at this point has gotten me to a place where I'm not okay or was not in a good headspace. And it's hard to trust the ebb and flow of life because it was easy to sort of realize a lot of my mental health woes when I was in a bit of an ebb. And now that life is kind of flowing more, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, no, that was just, I don't know what she was on. Who was doing that? That wasn't me. No. It's easy to gaslight myself in that moment of like, oh no, you weren't actually depressed. You just didn't have any hobbies, or you just were not doing any art. And so now that I'm kind of doing it more, it's easy to sort of lean onto that perspective when in reality, it may also just be busying my mind and denying myself the truth that all of that was existing inside of me and I was just denying it or hiding it or avoiding it because of my schedule, because it was easier to put myself fully into something else and not have to think about this for a sake of ease, comfort. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying. And so these may work, and that'll be cool. But I'm already kind of frustrated with them. I really am. Again, it's all a process, and I can't expect these. I know that they don't work immediately in terms of the benefits, but that's also isn't that kind of the bullshit? The benefits of these pills don't work immediately, but the side effects do. Mm-hmm. That's suspicious. But yes, not learning not to take those side effects at face value and think, oh shit, oh no, I'm one of the 0.1%, or I'm one of those small percentiles where I have such an adverse reaction to these. And when it's still a learning process for me of my relationship of how I negotiate my life with those. And so trying to find that union, but man, I mean, because I took them last night and definitely was feeling a little bit of that insomnia. And even now, my brain's a little bit slow this morning, which, which of course, a part of me is just like, mayday, abort, eject from this, get out of there, please. And I don't know if this is all, again, I'm acting like I've been on this for months and years. I took a single pill, one pill. That's it. And so, yeah, I am scared. Honestly, I am scared still, just because it's all new too. And I think it's one thing when it's a new thing about like a new job or a new experience. But medication, I'm kind of actively showing you right now a lot of my own bias that I have toward medication, which is unfair. Or it's bias, but not judgment. Again, I fully do not judge anyone who's on meds. And now I'm part of the party. But I certainly have that bias around medication. Not people who are medicated, but medication itself. Yeah, because, for a long time, and I think that's been a big reason why I've avoided taking meds for as long as I have, is that having this hesitancy toward them or having a desire to pursue more holistic or more natural remedies, which is just bong rips and coffee. Nature's way. Has anyone ever done a bong rip with coffee instead of water. Would that be good? Maybe. I think that's like a suppository. Straight in the good zone. I think there is that part of me too that is worried of it working, of it working so well. And I'm just literally trying to unpack my bias around medication in front of you all. And yeah, because it might work. It might work really well. And also, if this doesn't work, it's one go round, and then I'll pop off of these and shift meds and try something else. And that is my catastrophization happening in the moment of thinking now that this is my forever. I'm stuck on these no matter what, and I have to take these. And if I don't, bad things will happen. Now, I know that that's true if I don't finish out a dose or I don't finish out a cycle. I'm not naive to that, and definitely all of my doctors and psychiatrists have been very communicative in that regard. But this doesn't mean that I am stuck here forever or even stuck on these meds, because I was having this thought too before I even started, which is, what is my lifestyle? My lifestyle regarding my mental health. Have I really been able to address my mental health in a constructive way if there are just like objective, measurable things in my life that I could do that are more beneficial to me? Get outside more, drink more water, sleep better, take some quiet time to silence my mind in a way, spend a little less time connected to my phone or connected to, not YouTube though. No, YouTube's the best. I'll always, I love you. I love you, YouTube. Definitely spending a little less time online from a, no, I've got it. I know the word. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't, no, I've got it. Don't tell me, okay? Come on. Stimulation in the brain. Blah, 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 blah. I am of the belief that the internet isn't implicitly evil. I think it's a tool and people can use that tool to do bad things. And in the same token, I think it also provides access to communities that are very beneficial and helpful to people that without the internet they wouldn't necessarily have access to. And I think of, small town queer kids who maybe feel like they're the only queer kid in their family or the only kid who are queer in their community. And so seeking to find that community in other people or in other scenarios in other places, and being able to find that. And so I think being able to find those communities, I think, is a beautiful benefit of the internet. I definitely think that, a lot of these documentaries and articles and research surrounding excessive screen time. But I think at the end of the day, it isn't necessarily the content itself. I think it's our reaction to the content and then the medium in which we ingest that content. I think if someone spends 8 hours a day on medical websites, history websites, math websites, just all of the basic school subjects as a website, I don't know what I'm talking about. Type of content that we consume. Or it's not even necessarily the content itself, right? Or it's like, I guess I think that's my question for these researchers, which is like, if you spend 8 hours a day staring at a screen, but you're staring at things that we consider are good, is that just as deleterious as 8 hours on social media? And I think one obviously is more catered to that excessive use because of algorithms and how it's. Why am I talking about this? I was supposed to be talking about being medicated. No, we're going to follow this. We're going to follow it. We're going to follow. We're going to follow this trail because it's not our. I don't know. I don't know that research, and so I'm not going to pretend to say one is better than the other, or there is a difference between 8 hours of consumption of more fruitful and educational content versus entertainment and social media content. And I think the best is something that sort of weaves between the two, in order to maintain that level of engagement. But it isn't that, right? It's the things that we talk about are our reactions to the content. Going on these social media websites and then feeling less than because of what we're looking at. Yes, the ones that's like you go Instagram and everyone feels like everyone's lives are together, and so you just feel like your life isn't as put together as all these people. Or you go on Twitter and you realize it's a cesspool of humanity, or everyone's so much smarter than you. And you go to LinkedIn and people are dating. I just read somewhere once that people are using LinkedIn as like a dating website, which is hilarious because every photo on LinkedIn is like, so it's not even necessarily the content itself, right? It's just our response and how we react to that content. But maybe not. I think it's also like that algorithm of falling into a deep hole. And then you start by, oh, here's a history. Here's some history stuff. And then, you go and you fall into these algorithms and then you're in conspiratorial alt-right manosphere thing. Doesn't manosphere, it still exists. Of course it does. Oh, medication. Medication. Why did I bring that up? I'll be able to go back. We'll check tape. Can we check tape on that, please? Can we check tape on that, actually? No, okay. You're just going to watch me think for a second about how to get back to what I was talking about before. Okay, okay, oh, God. Okay, yeah. And like the dopamine. No, 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 no. I lost. No, no. It's gone. And that's okay. Lost to the ephemeral. But now I'm just fixating on that, so I don't know what else to talk about. Let's talk about medication more. I'm still going to take it, obviously. I think I owe it to myself to pursue this avenue as well, to explore all of my options. And then ultimately this pulling me down a path that then opens me up to other options that I didn't think were possible before or didn't even register. And so I will continue to follow this, as nerve-wracking as it is or anxiety-inducing as it feels like it will be. This is also an opportunity to adjust my expectations. Even though these are literal pills, they're not magic, and they're certainly not a magic pill. And I don't think that just taking a single pill or just taking these meds, ooh, hey, stretchy out. I don't think taking these pills and taking these meds will fix anything because they're not magic. Because magic doesn't exist like this. I think magic exists. I do. But I don't think it's in the form of pills like this. So I don't think that these will be this magic pill that's going to solve all of my problems. I think I'm open to the idea of these pills creating and helping me rebalance some things so that I can see the path myself. And I'm a seeker as well. I'm a seeker. I just want to seek little things. I just want to seek stuff, I just want to be able to seek answers, seek solutions, seek pathways to those solutions. And I think part of this is also, and it's also the first time. So I have to kind of give myself that compassion and that grace that this is the first time for me to try this out, and knowing that that's not gonna, or knowing that it's new and the first time. So of course it's going to feel a particular way. And also remembering that I'm doing this for a reason. I'm not just taking these pills willy-nilly. I'm not like, today would be an excellent day to try Zoloft. Yeah, I'm not just taking these for fun. I mean, I'm taking them for a purpose and trying to remember what that purpose is and being open to the possibility that this will work. Optimism in action. And maybe my definition of optimism has altered over time. I think it was a little bit naive. Hold on. Ooh, you got to drain. There's always something about the last little sip of coffee. All of the coffee leading up to that last sip, so good. Delicious. Lifeblood. But then that last little one, it just always gives me the which I guess, depending on who you are, you could take that as good or bad. It's always that kind of feeling for me. Oh, no. I lost it again. No, I'm back. Being open to the possibility that this works. Optimism. Ha ha ha. Yes. I just didn't go too far down that path. But now we back, baby. optimism. Yeah, I used to think, I think obviously growing up, I had a much more naive approach to optimism, and the optimism being everything will work out and not holding space for any other perspective. Where I'm at with optimism now is, maybe it's that the cautiously optimistic, where it's like, I don't know if this is going to work. And I don't think I even have to believe if it's going to work. It's like, I don't know if this will work, and that's okay. I'm still going to try it and hope for the best without expecting the worst, and just try to remove expectation entirely. That's it. That's the growth of my optimism, is that before it was hoping for the best and expecting the best. And then it became hope for the best, but expecting the worst so that I avoid that disappointment. And now I want to hope for the best and have no expectation about it. Because I can hope. I still have hope, and I think hope is a beautiful thing. And I don't want any one of us to lose that hope. But the expectation, that's where I personally run into a lot of issue, because I can hope for something, and if I expect it to be one way and then it doesn't be that way, that's where I get my disappointment. So if I can minimize and eliminate expectation, that's the benefit. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. I'm taking these meds, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not going to expect anything, or try not to. And of course, doing my due diligence of talking to my doctors about it all, and making sure that if I start to feel side effects that are not beneficial to me, talking about it, as I hope you all do as well. If you are on medication or just starting medication and you're sharing your journey, you're sharing in this sort of new phase of this journey with me, congratulations. It is a big step, and I am proud of you for taking that step. It's, especially, if you're diabetic, you take insulin. If you're depressed, maybe SSRIs will work. And I hope that they work for you. And if they don't, I hope, if you are experiencing these struggles and experiencing these situations of internal turmoil and pain, that you have healthy coping mechanisms and people around you that help you, because you deserve it. You really do. And you don't have to believe me. I don't care. And if you don't believe that, because I don't know you and you don't know me, fair point. But at the same token, I believe at the end of the day, this is just a vessel and just a suit. The thing that powers this is all connected. We are the same. We are one. Yeah. And so in order to take care of myself, I have to take care of you, because taking care of you is taking care of me, and taking care of me is taking care of you. And that's been something that I've been trying to learn as well. Taking care of this little part is important, because if I can take care of this, that means I'm taking care of you, in the self of all of us being the self. And maybe that's it. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and to thank you for watching these videos. It does mean a lot to me, and gives me that boost of confidence to know that I'm doing something with this, even if it's for myself. It's lovely to know that I can have that reach and have an impact on someone's life, because I think that's what we all want at the end of the day, is to know that my existence meant something. And even if that means I've changed the perspective of one person one day, I'll take that. All right. Oh, but I don't want to go. No, that's all I can say. I'll just start babbling now. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our great little hangout sessions, Horrible hangout session. It's just me talking at you, and you have to sit there in silence. Unless you comment below. Give me your perspective. Let me know. Teach me something. Learn me something. I want to know. Are you medicated? Do you take medication? Is it beneficial for you? If not, have you been able to find that balance where you're able to reap the benefits of this without a lot of those side effects? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I love you. You are not alone. I want to help you in any way that I can. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Okay. Bye. Oh, God. Bye. No, you hang up. You hang up first. Stop. Whenever